All right, so we're going to take this flagpole down here and go ahead and get it hooked up and go ahead and stand it up where it needs to go at. We're going to have to get it balanced where to pick up halfway level. So we got a lot more weight down on the bottom end than we do on the top end, so the strap's going to be further back towards the bottom to get it pick up halfway level, so we're going to have to play with it a minute before I can get it where I want it, I'm sure. We'll go ahead and bring that on down here some. We'll lift up right there and we'll see what it feels like. Slide that strap back out this way just here. Slide it back. So it worked out about right the first time. That's good enough for level to walk it down there. This thing is I don't know. I say it probably weighs 500 pounds, maybe, if that. It might not even weigh 500, but I know the bottom of it down there is a lot heavier. We're going to ride down here. I'm going to ease it down here to the end of the road. All right, so we'll just let it lay right there. Yeah. And I'm going to go get my boom truck. I might could do it with that little tool truck there, but for some reason or another, my remote control of my crane ain't acting right. It keeps losing signal, so it's a possibility I could pick it up with that one there, but I don't think it would get up quite high enough. So we're just going to go back. We're going to get the boom truck, and I'm going to come back down here and I'm going to pick it up, set it down on my plate. This is the plate we built the other day. When you see me back there welding the steel and the bolts and all that stuff in there, we had them in there precise. We got that plate drilled precise. It's supposed to sit back down on there if the plate didn't get hot and bow up a little bit. So it's been sitting down here for several days now. It's hard enough that we can just set the plate on it. And I got some sealing I'm going to put around the bottom of it, the outside of that steel, just to keep water from being able to run up under there and sit and kind of rust on the bottom of the plate or get anything weak. So we'll come back with the boom truck and we'll get it up there. We'll let it build up air a little bit and then we'll run on down there. I'm going to back down there so my boom's facing the highway. And I need the bolts. I got to get the bolts. I idle this truck up where the air build up faster. All right, we're going to back down here. Instead of pull down there, I'm going to just back down there. That way I ain't got to turn around and do all that mess. Just ease on down through here. And I live here probably about, I don't know, maybe 600-700 foot off of the highway. So that's why I'm gonna put some 24-hour surveillance cameras up here on this thing. That way I can be able to watch it and be alerted if somebody tries to mess with it or take some parts off of it or something. You know, for the most part, we got pretty good people around this neighborhood. But this area has got a lot busier over the past several years, where a lot of outside neighborhood people come through this side road over here, try to get to a Smithfield hog plant, processing plant over there across the woods. So they've started using this as a little shortcut across through here. And even, a lot of Smithfield food grain trucks, tractor trailers is coming down through here. And they've pretty much got the road in a mess. They've tore the road up with all that heavy weight coming down through here. And I'm pretty sure a lot of them see my trucks and stuff out here, and they probably may think it's my stuff doing all that damage to the road. But it's I see a lot of different big 18-wheelers coming through here loaded and putting a lot of strain on this little secondary road here. We're gonna reach out here probably. I ain't gonna pull over here in the field, but I'm gonna get close enough to it. I can, if something was to happen, the strap was to break, then they weren't gonna be able to lean over here and hit no part of my truck. So them little clevis pins on there. I looked up the weight rating on them, and I bought them for something else. They're not really. Uh, they come off of Amazon, but they got a 3,000 pound weight rating on them. But I said somebody might have forgotten to put something in with some of them. I don't trust it until I pick it up and see what the deal is for myself. Let's see if we can get over here a little bit closer to it. I tell you what, I'll back up and then I'll pull back up. I can't see where it's at. All right, I see it right there. There's going to be my slab over there. So I'm going to pull back up. Yeah. I should maybe get it from there. Let's get out and check it out and see what it looks like. Might have to pull up, back up or something. Yeah. We're just doing a little test run on it to make sure. As I have to move the truck. microphone right there. Yep. So it looks like we're on cable spinning out a little bit. Alright, we got it off the ground, so we'll let it spin a second. Let me get that dirt off of it. Alright, so I brought some sealant down here with me. Before I put the sealant on though, I'm gonna at least make sure it'll fit. I'm gonna make sure it fits on here the way it's supposed to. So alright. So I think it'll fit. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put my sealant on it. Make sure I don't have anything up under it. That's gonna be holding me up. So I see a little. You got a grinder on that truck? You got a grinder on that truck? Did you take that 100-foot drop cord off of there? A couple little pieces of steel sticking up here from that little plate that I had welded on here the other day. I welded that little plate on here. So it's real important that you ain't got nothing up under here, because what'll happen is it'll hold that steel, it'll hold it from sitting all the way down. And it don't have to be much. You're talking about 27 foot. If it gets off an eighth of an inch, it's off 27/8 by the time you get to the top. We just want to make sure we ain't got nothing to be holding us up at all. No concrete, no nothing. Make sure that piece of angle there ain't higher than the other one. Just want a smooth transition. So I had, where's that caulking I had? All right, so we're just gonna come around it with a good little bead of sealant here. I can already tell I need to cut that off some. Don't be sitting on your knees in case something breaks. We'll just put us a good bead of this sealant around here. Make sure we get a good bead. don't matter if a little bit gets on the threads, that's all right. In fact, we want some to get around the thread. So up until this point, most of these people around here where I live at, they just think I pump out septic tanks. That's it. They think I pump out a septic tank, and that's all I know how to do. So I kind of like it that way. That way people don't be aggravating me all the time. But that's not what I do. That's not all I do. I will pump one out. I ain't too good to go dig in a septic tank somewhere if I need to, or somebody needs some help. But truth is, I do a lot of stuff. I know how to do a lot of stuff. I don't necessarily do it for the public just because I know how to do it. I only offer certain services to the public. Right now, that's hydro excavating service and vacuum services and some jetting. Uh, but that's the thing, when you hire me, when I come on the job, I bring all the knowledge I got with me. So if I come on the job and there's another little issue going on, I'll help you straighten it out. So I'm bringing everything I know and everything I ever have known and everything I learned with me when I come to the job. So we're going to let that set for about 5 minutes, that little silicone mess. And then we're going to spin it around, and I'm going to drop it down on there. I'm going to have to run back up here and get a boom lift and get up there and get my straps off of there, off of the top. So we probably got ourselves in a situation here because I don't know if my boom lift will come through this sandy field without getting stuck, and we can't get but so far up here with that truck in the way. So I might have to put the camera lady up there on top of the top of that boom crane up there and get my stuff unhooked up there. We're gonna see. Normally the lift would come through the sand, but it's super sandy down here, and I think there may be a little something going on with the boom as far as the stabilizing of it. All right, so we'll pick it back up a little bit. We don't want to damage our bolts where the nuts won't go on. We got to be careful letting it down. We don't want to damage the threads. So it went down kind of crooked. All right, she's sitting down. And what we want to do is get a couple bolts on it, and we want to get us a good level on it. And make sure that we don't need to put no shims or nothing on it. When I welded this thing together, that plate onto this pipe, I used a framing square to try to square the bottom up with the sides. And normally you can do that. If everything's just right, everything will come out level. But if something gets off just a little bit, it'll throw you out of level. So we're going to double check it. Hopefully we're going to come close time we get it tightened down where it needs to be. We're going to be close to level. But if it's off, we may have to shim it if we have to. So we just got to make sure we got it turned the way we want it, because we set it up so the flag will be flying on the back. And I got a couple brackets that's going to be facing the highway out there. And that's the way I built it. And that's the way I set the plate in the concrete. When I set the plate down in the concrete, it would only go one way. So we made sure we had it lined up so it'll go with the back. Everything looks pretty good so far. So once I stick these nuts on here, whether they're tight or not, it don't matter. It can't come down. And you've seen in the other video what this concrete consisted of, as far as that big old anchor that I built with all that rebar and steel and all that stuff in there. And it's encased in over 2,000 pounds of concrete. So we ain't really worried about it going anywhere. So now what we got to do is we got to get straps from up top here. So let's take your drop cord and your caulk in there. Let's go ahead and get it up. And I'm going to see about going down there and getting that boom. The trooper. DMV man. Yeah, we're going to tighten them up. Yeah, we'll bring that 6 foot level back with you. And what is he doing? Alright, so we got the ceiling up under there. We'll come back and cut that off when it gets hard. We won't worry about cutting it down, but we'll cut it off when it gets hard. And that's going to keep water from running up in there, sitting up under that plate. So let's go back here and get the boom and see if we can't get it down. Here, hopefully we don't get stuck in the sand down there. Let's see if we can get another gear with it here. All thing about putting these things in high gear, you got to be careful how you let go of that button. This sucker will snatch you whiplash. All right, let's go up here and get the strap back. Nope, I don't like them. Ain't too wobbly. If we get the flag up here and it starts to wobble a little bit too much, as far as snatching in the wind, what I'll do is come back with some tubing, with some square tubing, and I'll stiffen it up. But for now, I think we're good. We'll go ahead and get the boom truck down, and we'll come back and get the lift. Come back with a 6-foot level, see if we're gonna have to shim it. It looks pretty level to me just looking at it, but we might have to come back with a 6-foot level and check it. If we have to shim it any, then we'll shim it. But just to look at it, it looks pretty good.